Jai Hind all of you. I am Dr. Anand Tyagi from Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Today I am going to deliver my lecture on Engineering Mathematics First KAS 103T. Before it, we have done the 4 module of this subject. Today I am going to start here module 5 vector calculus. First of all, I explain what is vector. Student study vector in the 12th level, right, and the application of vector solved in the 12th standard. But what is the definition of vector? I explain here. A physical quantity which contain magnitude as well as direction and satisfy parallelogram law is known as a vector quantity. Right here we explain here, right, I explain here and elaborate what is the role of vector in our engineering and technology as well as our daily life. So today contents are taking here, right, what is the scalar point function I explain here, and after this I explain gradient of a scalar point function, and after this I explain here vector point function and how to calculate the divergence of a vector point function here one by one, and after this curl of a vector point function, and after this some application about the above topic and question based on the above derivative problem and directional derivative, how to calculate the directional derivative of a given potential, right, and after this the question based on the above topic. So today contents are very interesting due to the technical problem, right, I explain and elaborate one by one here, and today contents are taking from the reference E. Krasing, Advanced Engineering Mathematics, John Wille, Maurice de Weir, B.B. Ramanna and B.S. Grewal. Student can be opt any one of them. Now question is that what is the point function? First of all I explain what is the point function. A variable quantity whose value at a point in the region of the space depend upon the position of the point is called the point function. Suppose I am standing in the 2-dimensional plane, what is the my position from the origin? So that is known as point function. Suppose this is the x-axis and this is y-axis, and what is the my position in the 2-dimensional plane from the origin, that is known as point function. And point function may be 2 types. First of scalar quantity and second is vector quantity. So first of all I explain here, right, 2 types of point function. First of all scalar point function and second is vector point function, because both quantity play the most important role here when we solve the problem, right, in vector calculus. So that is play the most important role here. First scalar point function. What is scalar point function? I explain here. If to each point P x y z, that means 3-dimension point, a region R in the space, there corresponding a unique scalar Fp, then F is called the point of the function. Suppose I have a point in the space whose coordinate is P x comma y comma z, I want to calculate here, right, and another is the origin here. What is the position of this point P to this point? So what is the distance between these 2 points? So origin means 0 0 0. So what will be the distance these 2 points? So d is equal to under root x square plus y square plus z square here. So in this way we calculate the distance between 2 points. If we square on both sides, so x square plus y square plus z square is equal to d square, and this play the sphere, that is the sphere, and that is known as point function here, right. So in this way we can calculate the point function of a position of the particle, right, and after this I explain here, right, the another things by the example, right, the temperature distribution in the heated body, the density of the body and potential due to the gravity are the example of the scalar function. Next is vector point function. What is vector point function here, right? So vector, right, student study in the 12th level, vector R is denoted by xi, and I explain in the partial differentiation yj, and the matrices what is the role of vector and zk, right. In this way we can calculate x, comma y comma z here, right. Suppose I wants to calculate the modulus of this vector, so what will be the modulus of this vector, right, is equal to under root x square plus y square plus z square. Student, keeping in the mind when we solve the problem, right, x square plus y square plus z square, component of I square, component of j square and component of z square, right. Suppose modulus of this vector is say r, so what will be the here, so r square is equal to x square plus y square plus z square here. In this way we can calculate the partial derivative, right. In the partial derivative terms I explain how to calculate the partial derivative of this with respect to x. So right, I write here 2r del r over del x, right, is equal to 2x. In this way we calculate here one component, right. What is the role of here, right, del r over del x, right, del r over del x is equal to x upon r. So in this way student keeping in the mind when we solve the problem, right, so that play the very most important role here, right. So student solve the problem x upon r here. So in this way we can find out here, right, one by one, right. So I write here, right, what is the terms of here, so there will be 2r and 2 to cancel out. Similarly del r over del y, what will be the del r over del y here, y by r. In the same way, right, del r over del z will be z over r, right. So in this way student keeping in the mind when we solve the problem, all three terms are the same in vector calculus as well as the partial derivative. Student keeping in the mind when we solve the problem, they play the very most important role here, right. In this way, what is vector point function? In this way, to each point P I denote this by the vector xi plus yj plus zk. In the region R there correspond a unique vector, right. That means unique vector means xi cap, right, plus yj cap, right, plus zk cap. So we can explain here what is the position of this point, right, that is known as vector point function, right, and that's play the very most important role when we solve the problem, right. In this way the velocity of moving fluid, the velocity of a moving particle in the space are the example of the vector point function. And vector differential operator del, that's play the very most important. When we Leibniz start the differentiation as well as partial differentiation, and they are unable to explain what is the role of partial differentiation in engineering and technology. But after this mathematician Euler's and Newton both have derived the many derivative here, and I explain one by one. Suppose there are 3-dimension plane, that is suppose x, that is y and that is z. So in this direction I cap is the unit vector and j cap is the vector and there is k cap the vector. Now partial derivative represent in the velocity, right, a component of function up in the direction of x, and that's play the most important role del over del x, right. In the same way in this direction del over del y, in this direction, right, del over del z, and sum of the all component is known as a differential operator, mathematical operator del is equal to I del over del x plus j del over del y plus k del over del z. That play the most important role in our vector calculus. This is known as the del and represented by nebula. So in this way we can find the component in the direction of x, y, z all three together and represented by del. So in this way we can calculate here one by one by using this component, and the vector differential operator del denoted by triangle, right, del, right, this is the notation of this I explained just now. This is the about the x axis, this is about the y axis, and this is about the z axis at a particular point. So in this way we can find out one by one. In this way we can find out our next is what is the gradient of a scalar function. Suppose I am standing in the 2-dimension plane, right, and I have a scalar point function, right, with respect to the origin, and I am standing in the floor xy plane, that time I am the gradient, I am the gradient. And how to calculate the grade, that is play the most important role here. In this way, what is the gradient of a scalar function? Suppose I have a function phi xyz, right? In the previous just now I explained what is the scalar point function. Then gradient of phi is denoted and defined by grade phi. And how to calculate? And grade phi is equal to, only I write here grade phi, right? I write here grade phi is equal to del phi. Student, keeping in the mind very carefully, grade phi means del phi. And what is the value of del? The value of del is equal to I del over del x, I write here, right, plus j del over del y here, and k, right, del over del z. And after we multiply the phi inside the bracket, and what will be the value here, and value will be this. So in this way we can find out our problem, that is known as grade phi. Suppose I wants to calculate the grade at a particular point. So how to calculate the grade, I explain here one by one. Suppose I have a function phi that is known as x square plus y square plus z square, right? Suppose I wants to calculate grade phi at 1, right, 0, 2, at the point 1, 0, 2. So how to calculate grade phi? So first of all I calculate here grade, right? I write the formula here, grade phi, right? So differentiate phi with respect to x. So what will be the differentiation of x square? 2x. So I write here 2x I cap plus what is the differentiation of y? 2y j cap and 2z j cap. This is the criteria to calculate the gradient at this particular point, because I am standing at a particular point. So we put the point in the given calculation 1, 0, 2. So what will be the role here? So 2I write here plus 4 k cap, right? In this way we can calculate the grade phi, right? And grade phi is represent the vector n. We can calculate n, vector n, right? So student, keeping in the mind that phi is a scalar point function, but result of the grade phi is known as vector function. Student, keeping in the mind this quantity is a vector quantity, because del phi is a vector quantity. In this way we can find out the gradient of a scalar function. So we can write the grade phi is equal to del phi, I explained just now, right? Now question is that how to calculate the grade phi at a particular point. So I write here this is the grade phi, and how to calculate the grade phi. So first of all I write here grade phi is equal to del phi, because I just explained now, right? In this way we can find out our problem one by one. So what is the role of, so grade phi is equal to, I write here that the del phi. And how to calculate the del phi? I write the value of del and value of phi, right? Suppose we multiply inside, so with respect to the x, what is the differentiation of with respect to x? So 6xy z. So I write here this, and I write here this, and I write this. What is the differentiation of these terms with respect to x? I elaborate it in the partial differential unit, and student remember it, right? So what is the what will be the differentiation here? We see very carefully. So differentiation of these terms with respect to x will be 6xy, and differentiation of this with respect to y. So what will be the result? Student, keeping in mind very carefully, right? So 3x square, because differentiated y is with respect to y is 1, right? Differentiation of y cube, z as a constant, so 3y square z square I write here, right? And differentiation of these terms with respect to z, so this is constant terms, so this will be 0, and right, differentiation of these terms is 2zy cube z, I write here, right? So in this way we can find out our problem one by one here. So student, study very carefully when we take the grade phi, so we solve the with the help of partial derivative, right? And the grade phi will be is equal to putting 1 minus 2 minus 1. In the place of x I put up 1, in the place of y I put up minus 2, in the place of z I put minus 1, and this will be the result here in this way. So what will be the conclusion here? The result will be this, and this is a vector quantity. This is a vector quantity. So in this way we can find, with the help of grade, we can obtain a vector with the help of the surface, right? And what will be the position of this vector in the surface? I explained just now, right? In this way, what is the meaning of the geometrical meaning of the gradient? I explain here. I given the example just now. I am standing in the two-dimension plane and I am standing a particular point. So what will be the role of my right standing position with respect to the x and y, right? The equation phi x y z is equal to c represent a family of the surface of the different value of the c here, right? How to calculate? So del phi is a vector normal to the surface. Because I am standing on the surface, I am known as the normal to the surface, right? Suppose any particle, suppose I have a pen, right, in this way, and my hand in the two-dimensional plane, and this is vertical position, that is known as normal. So grade phi is a normal vector here. Student, keeping in the mind when we solve the problem, that's play the most important role in the future in this unit, right? So suppose I want to calculate the unit normal to the surface, that is very most important problem, right? Unit normal. So first of all, I calculate here grade phi. So suppose this is phi, this is a phi at this point, and that is known as vector n. And how to calculate unit vector I explain here, that is phi. And how to calculate the grade phi? So first of all, I explain here one by one. Grade phi will be the this, and I write the formula of the grade phi here, and putting the value of grade phi, I write here, I write here, and I write here. Because 4 is the constant quantity, right? So this will be 0, differentiation will be 0 here. So what will be the conclusion here, right? So differentiation of these terms with respect to x, y cube z square, I write here, right? Differentiation of these terms with respect to y, right? X and z as a constant. So 3x y square z square, I write here. And differentiation of these terms with respect to z, right? X and y as a constant. So what will be the result here? This, right? So right, this is the result, that is known as vector n. I write here vector n here, right? So what will be the position of this point, right, at a particular point, -1, -1, 2. So I write in the place of x, y, z this point, and this will be the vector n here. So I write here, this is the vector n, right? Student study about the vector in the 12th level. How to calculate the unit vector of a vector, right? So we discuss here one by one. So what is the role of here unit vector? We see that, right? So unit normal vector to the surface at the point this, right? So that is the definition of unit vector, right? Vector upon modulus of the vector, right? Suppose I have a vector, I want to calculate unit vector. So definition is vector A upon modulus of A, that is the definition. So I write here, right, and modulus of this I explain in the just now how to calculate. 4 is -4 square 16, 12 square 144, 4 is 16, right? And calculate of this terms is evaluated by, and we calculate here, that is known as n cap, that is known as n cap. Student, remember it when we solve the problem in the future in this unit, right? That's play the very most important. What is n cap? So n cap means unit vector, unit normal to the surface, that is known as unit normal to the surface, that is known as n cap. So in this way we can find out the step by step. Find the angle between two surface. Suppose two moving particle moving in the space, how to calculate the incident angle between them, right? So there is a method that is known as gradient method. So first of all, this surface is represented by the z, I write here, right, z, and another is the phi, right? How to calculate the normal of the first? So first of all, I calculate here del grade phi, grade z. So grade z will be is equal to del z here, I write here. So del z means I write a vector n1. So I write here x square y square z square, differentiation of these terms with respect to x, y, z will be this, and putting the value of this point 2 minus 1 1. So 2 minus 1, 2 2 ja 4, minus 2 and 2 2 ja 4 here. So this is the vector. This is known as vector n1, right? With the help of this surface, with the help of this surface. Now we calculate the vector n2 by using this surface, right? In this way we calculate the two vector, right? Right, the total conclusion is that, right, a scalar point function is used to calculate the unit normal vector here, unit normal to the surface. So that is another vector n2. I calculate grade z here. So how to calculate? I put up here and putting the value of x, y, z here, 2 minus 1 2, and result will be this. That is known as vector n2. That is known as vector n2. Now student study in the 12th level how to calculate the angle between two vector. A dot b is equal to mod of a, mod of b, and cos theta here. So I explain here, n1 dot n2 is equal to modulus of n1, modulus of n2, and cos theta. That means cos theta is equal to n1 dot n2 and divided by mod n and mod n2 here. In this way we can find out our problem. So how to calculate, right? Student study in the 12th level, I dot I is equal to 1. So 4 4 ja 16 I write, j dot j1, so 2 2 ja 4 I write here, k dot k is equal to 1, so I write here this, and modulus of this is this, and modulus of this is this. In this way we can calculate the modulus of the vectors, and what will be the calculation here, 4 4 cancel out, minus 16 is here, and denoted by is this, and this is calculate, and theta is equal to cos inverse minus 8 divided by 3 under root 29. What is the meaning of minus here? Minus a means one particle is moving upward and second particle is moving downward, and they incident to each other, they they interact to each other if they move it at a theta is equal to cos inverse 8 upon 3 under root 21 angle. So in this way we can find out, right, the position of the two moving particle in the space with by using this phenomena. Next is, what is directional derivative, right? Suppose I have a moving particle and I want to calculate the directional derivative in the direction of another vector, right? How to calculate? So first of all I calculate phi here, and in the direction of vector A, so what will be the dd? dd means directional derivative here. So directional derivative will be grade phi dot a cap. What is the meaning of this program, right? Student study in the 12th level in mathematics as well as physics, right? What is the position of the particle with respect to the another particle? That is known as directional derivative. Yeah, we can see that student study the position of a vector with respect to the another vector. So we can calculate here with the help of directional derivative, right? Grade phi dot a cap, that means phi is the scalar point, I calculate in the vector form, and dot product with in the direction of a. So in this way we can find out our position here one by one. I explain here, the component of del phi in the direction of a vector is called the directional derivative of phi in the direction of that vector. Mathematically, divergence of the del phi dot a cap, that means phi in the direction of a, where a cap is the unit in the direction of the vector. I explained just now, right? Use of the directional derivative. The directional derivative is the rate at which the function change at a point in the direction of the given vector. How to change? Suppose a particle is just now after 1 minute is there and after 2 seconds is there. So how to calculate the position of this moving particle? So we can calculate with the help of directional derivative, right? If we are find the rate of change, right, in the moving particle specified direction, we shall calculate the directional derivative here. So in this way, suppose I have taking a problem, directional derivative of phi, right, at a point this, right, in the direction of this vector, right? Student know how to calculate the vector in the 2-dimensional plane or 3-dimensional plane. So first of all I calculate here grade phi. So first of all this is phi, and first of all I want to calculate a here grade phi here. First calculate grade phi, right, and it will be in the vector form, right? So I calculate here step by step, one by one, right? Del phi is equal to this. Suppose we multiply this term in the inside, so what will be the with respect to x, with respect to partial derivative y, and with respect to partial derivative z. So we solve one by one here, right? What is the role of such type of activity? We see that, right? So differentiation of these terms with respect to x, 2xyz plus 4z square I write here. With respect to y I write here x square y I write here, x square z here, right? With respect to z here x square y plus 8 xz I write here. So in this way we put up the point at this point. So this will be the vector quantity, and vector quantity will be this, right? That is known as del phi. Yeah, we can say that vector n, vector n here, right? In this way we can find out the right a cap a. So a is the unit vector and this is a and divided by modulus of a, and this will be the a. Now what will be the required here directional derivative in the direction of 1 to 1? So I calculate this formula, grade phi dot a cap. In this way we can find out our problem, and we know that j dot j is 1, right? K dot is k1. So what will be the conclusion here? Minus 13 by 3 here. So in this way we can calculate the directional derivative of a moving particle with respect to the another vector, right? Directional derivative is depend on the on the moving particle. Next is maximum value of the directional derivative. The mathematically this is denoted by the directional derivative, right? And what will be the maximum value of the directional derivative? It is the dot product of two vectors, right? And how to calculate? It will be the maximum when both vectors are the parallel, right? By using the dot product of two vectors, right? Maximum quantity will be when they will be the parallel to each other, right? That means a vector a and del phi are the same direction, right? In this way we can find out the maximum value of the directional derivative occupy in direction del phi, maximum magnitude of the directional, that play the most important role, right? That means this will be the maximum value, and modulus of the maximum value is denoted by modulus of del phi. In this way we can find out the problem. Find the greatest rate of the increase of this function. So first of all we calculate here grade phi at this point. So how to calculate grade phi at this point? With the help of del phi, right? I put up here the value of differentiation of this with respect to x and y 1 by 1, and what will be the value here? We see that, right? So this is the vector form. I just calculate it, j plus 6k here. So what will be the greatest rate of increase? Phi. So that means modulus of n cap, and modulus of n cap will be 37. So in this way we can find out the maximum value or greatest value of the directional derivative, right? Next is divergence of a vector point. What is divergence, right? Diverge means, right, suppose a particular state right here is towards, that means we can spread. Divergence means spreading at a particular point, right? Spreading, right? What is the role of divergence? We see that here 1 by 1. So this play the most important role. What is the divergence? The divergence of a vector point. Student, keeping in the mind, divergence is always calculated by a vector point function, because this is the spreading form. F is a vector, right? I write here f is in the form of f1i plus f2j plus f1. So divergence of a vector point, divergence f, is denoted and defined by del dot f, because I want to calculate the divergence of a vector point function. So always use the dot product, because del is a vector quantity, f is a vector quantity. So how to calculate? With the help of dot product. So I write value of this and I write the value of vector. Suppose I want to calculate the del dot f here. So what will be the result? I dot I is 1, so I write del f over del, and f is a function, right? Del f over this with respect to j, so right, I write here, and with respect to here k dot k is 1, so I write here. So that means differentiate partially with respect to x, y, z, and their sum is known as the divergence of a vector point function. The student, keeping in the mind, that's play the most important role in the future. Suppose there is no spreading, there is no movement in the fluid, there is no movement in the networking, that means this will be 0, and that is known as solenoidal. If vector is solenoidal, that means there is no spreading, no movement in the fluid, that means known as, we can say that no loss of the fluid due to the heat, that means divergence of is equal to 0 here. So in this way, student, keeping in the mind when we solve the problem in the future, right? So that is very most important role. Now question is that what will be the result of divergence? And result of divergence will be the scalar quantity, that is play the most. Divergence of f is a scalar quantity, because result is this, right? And dot product of two vector is always scalar quantity. So student, keeping in the mind when we solve the problem, right, there are two things. First of scalar point function, second is vector point function. Suppose I wants to calculate divergence, so that means we use the vector point function, but result of divergence f is always scalar, right? Suppose I wants to calculate gradient, so we use the grade phi, and result of grade phi is always the vector form. So in this way we can use the terminology one by one and taking the phenomena in future when we solve the problem. Now question is that what is the meaning of the physical meaning of the divergence? So I explained just now. Spreading may be fluid, spreading may be network, spreading may be satellite communication system, spreading may be tower system, right? So in this way we can find out the physical example of the divergence. Rate of change of the field strength is the directional derivative, and physical meaning of the divergence is represented by one I explain here very briefly. Suppose I have given the example, right? So that is known as positive divergence, that is known as a positive divergence, and that is known as negative divergence, right? And that is known as zero divergence, right? Suppose communication system, one person is communicate to the another person, that is the tower problem, that is the tower, right? And that is the satellite communication system, right? Suppose negative divergence. In this way we can find out the negative divergence and positive divergence. Physical meaning of the divergence example, right? I just now use the fluid motion, right? Suppose fluid is moving one part to the another part, right? So there is a moving plus divergence, there is divergence 0, right? And there is the negative divergence. In this way we can find out the problem. Now example, find the divergence of the vector function. This is a vector function and I want to calculate here divergence of this one, right? So what will be the divergence here? So I explain here, divergence will be the del dot f here, right? That is known as divergence f here, right? How to calculate here? So what is the meaning of del? So del means differentiation of this with respect to x, y and z. So what will be the differentiation of these terms, right? So f1 is this, right? Suppose I write here these terms, so I dot I is 1, so there is x z cube, and this terms is with respect to y, and this terms with respect to z here. So in this way we can find out with respect to x is z cube, I write here, with respect to y minus 2x square z, with respect to z 4 to the 8 y over here. So in this way we can find out the divergence of a vector point function. Now next is what is solenoidal vector point. I just now explain what is the role of the solenoidal point function here. The vector field whose divergence is 0, that means there is no movement, there is no loss of fluid due to heat, that is known as the solenoidal vector point function. Suppose in mechanical engineering a machine is movement and there we use the coolant or the mobile oil, right, to cool the machine. Suppose I put in the 5 liter coolant and 5 liter mobile oil drop in the machine, and after 1000 round 1000 hours by doing the work machine, and we see that right, recovery of the approximate 5 liter liquid, so that means there is no loss of fluid due to the heat, that means machine is okay, right, and machine works is very well, and that is the example of the solenoid vector point here. In this way we can find out. Suppose show that this is the solenoidal. How to prove this is the solenoidal? So first of all I calculate its divergence. So how to calculate divergence? It's right. So we see that here del dot v is equal to 0, then v is called the solenoidal. So we put up here, right. How to calculate? So differentiate of these terms with respect to x 0, differentiate of these terms with respect to y 0, and differentiate of this with respect to z is 0. That means, right, vector v is the solenoidal point here. So in this way we can find out the vector position of the particle here. So today lecture, right, I explain first of all gradient, second divergence, and application of the above topic. If student have any problem today lecture, so they can contact me by WhatsApp and by the call, right. I will try to solve their problem. Jai Hind all of you.